In the next 5 minutes, this documentary will compare and contrast the different rhetorical strategies that Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and President Donald Trump used in their victory and inauguration speeches in an effort to persuade, convey power, and build relationship. We'll be looking at the following rhetorical strategies: abstract language, pronouns, and religious language. Abstract language does not provide concrete description or definition. Instead, it conveys qualities, like hope, which are known intrinsically but aren't easily quantifiable. Researchers Douglas and Sutton from Keele University say that communicators can use language abstraction to fashion new realities. Let's first look at Prime Minister Trudeau.
You want a government with a vision and an agenda for this country that is positive and ambitious and hopeful.
Now let's look at President Trump.
Your voice, your hopes, and your dreams will define our American destiny.
When talking to audiences with similar political attitudes, abstraction over precise language is better, as a lot of common knowledge can be taken for granted, say researchers Menegatti and Rubini from the University of Bologna. They conclude that audiences with similar political attitudes are more convinced by abstract messages than by precise and concrete messages. A study by Walsall, Smith, and Han in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology concludes that speakers that want to convey power should resist the temptation to demonstrate their depth of knowledge by providing concrete detail, and instead use more abstract language. Pronouns replace nouns. Examples include we and you. But why are pronouns important? In an analysis of the 2016 debates between Clinton and Trump, researcher Demeter from the University of the Reformed Church in Hungary concluded that voters want a strong leader with an empathic understanding of the voter. Inclusive pronouns like we and you are important in creating familiarity and building rapport. From 1920 to 1981, in an article in Social Psychology Quarterly, Miller and Stiles noted a growing trend in presidents becoming more familiar towards their audiences. Familiarity and rapport helps encourage solidarity and creates interpersonal involvement with the audience, writes Karapetiana in the article Pronominal Choice and Political Interview. Let's see how Trudeau and Trump use the pronoun we.
Know that we can make anything happen if we set our minds to it and work hard.
Together, we will determine the course of America and the world for many, many years to come.
Pronouns are important in being considered an ideal leader, says Demeter, as you must be personal but still persuasive. In the Clinton-Trump debate, Trump's use of pronouns made him both and helped position him as the candidate of everybody. So for Trudeau and Trump, the use of pronouns was all about building familiarity to help foster a positive and empathic relationship with their audience. While they've used the same strategy so far, here's how Trudeau and Trump differ. Trump uses what Domke and Co. in their book The God Strategy, How Religion Became a Political Weapon in America, published by Oxford University Press, call the most explicit type of religious communication. To invoke God is to make direct reference to a supreme being. Examples include any mention of God, Christ, the Creator, the Almighty, or the like, say Domke and Co. On the other hand, invoking faith does not inevitably carry religious meaning for all listeners. In his inauguration speech, Trump says God 4 times, the Creator once, and directly quotes the Bible. Trudeau uses the word faith, but in a way that may not have religious meaning to all listeners.
Have faith in yourselves and in your country.
So, why the difference? In 2004, almost 60% of Americans believed a person had to believe in God to be moral, while only 30% of Canadians did. The difference in language reflects the difference in beliefs and opinions of the audience. In Albertson's study, Dog Whistle Politics, Multivocal Communication, and Religious Appeals, the findings suggest that the politician that relies on religious appeals will persuade the in-group. This is why Trump can use God's name without fear of rejection or punishment by his audience. Albertson's study also explains why Trudeau might avoid it, as some voters, in particular voters who disapprove of religious language in politics, will punish a politician who makes obvious religious appeals. In a country that doesn't hold God in the same authority, it appears that Trudeau has sided with caution. Trudeau and Trump may be vastly different campaigners, But through the use of rhetorical strategies like abstract language, pronouns, and religious language, they managed to do the same things: persuade their audience, convey power, and build relationship.